how do you feel now being together again for the first time since we were engaged in August of last year? I made it. I made it here to Jakarta, Indonesia.
This is the beginning of my journey to reunite with my fiancé in Indonesia.
All right, here I am at Dulles International Airport, getting ready to board my flight to Istanbul, Turkey.
Once I arrived in Istanbul, I took a 1-hour nap in one of the sleep pods at the airport.
Well, here's what the inside of the sleep pod looks like. We'll be back to the adventure in an hour. Well, I'm a little over halfway through my 11-hour layover here in Turkey. If you're watching this, it either means you're a good friend of mine or family and we're close, or you're a homepage audience member, and thank you for watching. I am stuck here at the airport for a while. Like I said before, an 11-hour layover. So let's get real for a moment, okay? Come with me. I'm gonna go to the food court and get something to eat and we'll talk. Well, I'm here with some food court pizza. It was free, so can't complain about that. So, Andrew, you might be asking, why'd you pull me aside to talk to me and suddenly get real about stuff? Well, number one, I wanted somebody to keep me company while I eat. Here for 11 hours after all. Number two, I wanted to challenge you in the same way that I feel like I'm being challenged in this trip. So, to get real with you, in the past I have had struggles with traveling, particularly driving places by myself. Traveling anxiety, if you want to call it, fear of being alone. And at times it's been debilitating. And from the outside looking in, a trip like this, where I am traveling across the world by myself on 2 10-plus hour flights and 11 hours in an airport, on paper would seem like that would be a nightmare for dealing with the fears I just described. And there's a couple of reasons why I've been able to do this and get through this and not be afraid. But to explain how is going to be a bit of a story, so stay with me. Oh, sorry, did you want some pizza too? Here. So first of all, I guess the first part of the story is the whole reason I am in Istanbul right now is I am on my way to Jakarta, Indonesia to join my fiancé. We are in the process of acquiring her a fiancé visa so she can move to the United States and we can get married. So number one, it's easier for me to look past myself and the struggles I'm having when I'm looking to the needs of others. So in this case, I am not concerned with the anxieties and fears I've had in the past, and my focus and my thought process has shifted to the excitement of being able to see my fiancé again and what I need to do to make that happen. If you don't know our story, it's pretty crazy. We met online a couple of years ago, and after talking for a little while and realizing we both had an interest in becoming friends, she and I both found out that we had a mutual connection. Me in Little Wellsboro had a connection with her in Jakarta. What that was, there was a couple going to my church at the time. Their names were Scott and Jenny, and they were missionaries at one time in Indonesia many years ago. I found out 2 weeks after meeting Gio that this couple, Scott and Jenny, had taught at a ministry school that she had gone to one time back in 2017. It was a 4-month program she was a part of, and the fact that they happened to teach once in that span of time there in Indonesia, in Bali, at that school that she happened to go to at that time. And then they ended up moving to Little Wellsboro. They have no family there, they had no connections there. It's just where they felt God was leading them. And then they came to my church of all places. It seemed meant to be that she and I were to be connected somehow, to have this mutual connection all the way across the globe from across all these years. It was just too wild to ignore. And time and time again, we've seen other wild connections like that that's really painted a picture of the future we see God has planned for us. So that's all kind of part of the story that I was getting into in the food court. The second part of that is coming to the understanding and realizing that I have a Heavenly Father who will never let me down, who will always be here with me. I'm never alone. And it can be hard to remember that sometimes, especially when you don't feel that, right? But that's where we need to step through, push through the fear, and focus on what is true. So, all that being said, during this trip, I'm going to be visiting my fiancée, working through the paperwork with her to hopefully get her visa, and then meeting her family and traveling around Indonesia for the next month. And I'm hoping to continue to challenge myself to do things that make me uncomfortable, so that hopefully I can grow, and I would challenge you to do the same thing with me. So if you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube, leave a comment and let me know what you want to be challenged in, and I'll be praying that that works out for you. How are you?
I'm good.
How do you feel now, being together again for the first time since we were engaged in August of last year?
I don't know. It's like feel like it's real. Like I mean, because you already like long distance, like 1 year.
Yeah.
So I felt like, is that awkward? Is that the other way? But I feel like I know you better, and then I don't feel like really weird. But
No, yeah.
So it's like really close. Like oh yeah.
Same. So what do you have planned for our trip so far?
I think this time I will not push you to eat a lot.
Okay, I appreciate that.
So I will like, do you know, babe? So we will go somewhere in Jakarta, have a look the city, and introduce with friends, family here, and then go to the Cilincing. I will show you where Cilincing is, the place that I become a voluntary with Judith and Elvana over there. And then also we need to buy something together.
Shopping
and
for our
prepare.
wedding rings.
Yeah, prepare for the wedding, like things and everything, right? So yeah, it's good. So I'm so excited to set up, and we'll do mission trip together to Medan.
Yes, absolutely. And then we will also go and visit your family in Sumatra.
Oh yeah. The same time.